Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Stryker Soccer Complex in Wichita, Kansas. I'm Josh Kippenberger. Sitting in with me, as always, the great Johnny Freedom. Hi, Johnny.
Hey, buddy, it's good to have you back, baby. We haven't seen you in a couple weeks. You know, you've been filling in these whole Mr. Mom duties and whatnot, taking care of those 15 kids that you got. But, hey, man, I said it on the air every single time. You're always going to be my number one, baby. You're my BFF, baby.
Well, thank you.
Always good to have you back, bro.
Well, buddy, we've got the boys in red here tonight taking on the Joplin Demise.
That's right. Joplin, Missouri. Joplin traveling up here to Stryker Soccer Complex to take on the boys in red tonight, FC Wichita. Joplin having a tough go this season, not going great. This year for them, really sitting just one step above the cellar. Fort Worth sitting, at the bottom.
Right.
Joplin sitting just one spot above Fort Worth. But we're not going to count these guys out tonight.
No.
Always putting out a good field of players. There's some players here from our club that are tight with some of these guys. So I know we're going to switch over.
Yeah, let's take a minute
Cerulo.
listen to the
And here have
introductions
announced
for
the
FC
clubs.
Wichita.
In goal making his return, number 1, Mark Weir. Tonight's defenders wearing number 3, James Togba. On defense wearing number 18, Christian Aldama. Also on defense, number 8, Luke Hitchman. And rounding up the back, wearing number 16, Kevin Tenike. Wearing number 10 at midfield, Corey Cantor. Also at midfield, number 5, Leo Sosa. Wearing number 4 at midfield, Andres Ochoa. And number 27, Luis Pinto. Up front tonight at forward, number 9, Richard Osterloh. And at forward, number 11, Luca Anelli. Your head coach, Johnny Markey. Ladies and gentlemen, FC Wichita. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your caps, direct your attention to the center of the pitch. Tonight's honor guard presented by the Wichita Fire Department Color Guard. Singing tonight's national anthem from Circle High School, Espen Javolski.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Sorry. Yeah. Parts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land
Espen Javolski from Circle High School.
Well, I tell you what, Kippy, he stuck it in there, baby.
Damn right he
With
did.
a little help from Kippenberger and Freedom, we got that bad boy knocked out.
You know what? It'd be nerve-wracking.
I tell you what, you don't want me singing that bad boy.
If I had to sing in front of one person, be a
He
bad
had some
deal.
pipes, baby.
Yeah, he did.
He just got a little hung up. But you know what? We pushed him through. He got through. You know, overcome and adapt, baby.
That's
you know
right.
what that's all about.
I do.
Hoorah,
I remember,
Marine Corps.
I remember that phrase.
Blood makes the grass grow, that sort of stuff, Kippy.
Well, we've got. Yes, it does. we've got a face returning to the FC Wichita squad tonight, Johnny.
Yes, we've got it.
Haven't seen him in a while.
Are you referring to Max Toulouse tonight?
I am.
Yeah, Max Toulouse, not in the starting 11, but Max, you know, whole situation with Max was guys getting ready to get married.
Oh.
So he had to roll out with his wife, get things ready for his wife. Also, he had some commitments. You know, he plays indoor. He's a professional soccer player. Indoor, although the U.S. Soccer Federation doesn't recognize that as a professional, he is a professional paid indoor soccer player, and he had some summer camp commitments, financial commitments that he had to uphold. And so, needless to say, we're happy to have Max back. We should see him probably around the second half. The other person that we're going to see is a guy named Jiro.
Jiro,
Yep.
from
Jiro from Japan. Now, guys, father's from Colombia, mother's from Japan. He's raised in Japan, holds a Japanese passport, just played soccer at Barton County Community College with daughter McKenna Freedom.
Oh, very nice.
Clock.
Well, we are underway here, buddy. Had a little bit of rain flow through here earlier, so it's nice and cool.
It's absolutely gorgeous out here tonight. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely beautiful. Overcast. You know, it's been high 90s. You know, it's. I don't think it's ventured into triple digits up to this point, but certainly with the humidity here. But hey, you know what? Joplin's accustomed to playing in this type of weather, Missouri, and so are Wichita players.
Wow, nice. Excuse me, nice recovery from Luis Pinto to keep a hold of that one. Well,
if you can't beat him, knock him down to the ground, Kippy.
Yeah, Osterloh for FC Wichita takes the tumble.
Absolutely, pushes the ball past. You know, the defender there with his left foot gets knocked to the ground. It's going to be a nice free kick over here by Luis Pinto with his right foot. He's going to look to bend this ball in. Nice big forward front here from FC Wichita, looking to get ahead on the ball, really start things going early in this game. Kippy, we're just into the first minute here of play already. FC Wichita with a great opportunity here on the free kick.
We've also got starting in goal tonight for FC Wichita.
Well done.
Mark Weir, the big boy, the big Scott.
Oh, yeah, big baby. Love Mark Weir. And I'm supposed to give a shout-out to a couple of his family members. Man, for the life of me, I can't remember the name of them that he told me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, they're from Canada. They're Mark Weir's aunt and uncle that live in Canada. I feel terrible. I can't remember, but hey, Mark Weir's aunt and uncle in Canada, happy Canada Day.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like Canada Day
is
today or
today
something.
Canada Day?
Yeah, who knows?
Oh.
It's like Canada Day today or something. I forget what it is. But whatever, to America's hat. If you're up there, if you're America's hat, hey, happy America's Hat Day.
Well, Joplin puts it back into play. Johnny, I missed the last game that we had going on here at home. How did the guys look?
Well, the guys have looked. The last home conference game was against the Dutch Lions, and we drew them 1-1.
Yep.
And really held control of the ball for most of the game. Gave up an unfortunate late-term goal in stoppage time. Now, last time that the fans have seen FC Wichita here was a big-time victory over the U20s Tigres MX.
From Sporting.
No, Mexico team,
I'm
a team
sorry,
from
yes,
Mexico.
yes.
We had an international friendly. Now, I'm going to shut up, Kip, because there's a dangerous challenge there from Joplin.
Yeah, and they'll take a shot, but it's not even a challenge. Sails well high over Mark Weir. First shot we've seen from Joplin so far today.
And we've got smoke over there coming from the supporter section, the Air Capital Firm. fantastic supporters group for FC Wichita. Thank you to all the fans out there, showing the colors and blowing the smoke. We love it.
Yep.
Not a great ball there from Kevin Tenike. Slipped there by Togba.
It wasn't. John, you were down on the field earlier, just before kickoff. How is the field holding up with the rain?
That's a terrible call, Kippy. That's an absolutely terrible call. James Togba, he can't help it. The guy's not made anything, but he's made out of three things: blood, muscle, and bone.
Yep.
And, you come into contact with that, if you even have an ounce of fat on you, like that guy from Joplin who has probably about 25 ounces of fat on him, you're going down to the ground. It's as simple as that. Nothing wrong with James Togba there. Don't agree with the yellow team already 4 minutes into the first half.
Well, there's the ball put into play, nicely defended by, I believe that was our captain, Kevin Tenike. Sends it out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for Joplin. When we get back, oops, sorry there, John. When we get back underway. And I apologize to the Joplin fans. We did not get a roster from them, so we don't have the names of the folks that are down on the pitch. Corner sails high. We saw jump up, grab it. Now, John, we'll see what we can do here.
Well, it was a late start for us Joplin fans, and the reason that it was a late start was because of the rain. It's difficult for us to set. We don't have any cover over here, so it's difficult to set up all of our equipment in this rain. And so, again, we're protecting our equipment, and we never got a chance to get over there and get a roster. They handed the roster over the referees. The referee hands it to somebody. They hand it to somebody else. And needless to say, hey, we apologize. At halftime, we have one of our interns working on it. We will have a roster. Oh, what a play, baby!
Yeah, nice defensive play. Osterloh was closing in quick.
Great work inside the 18 by FC Wichita between James Togba, Luis Pinto, and Richard Osterloh. What a great defensive play by Joplin to break that up.
Pinto will take the corner for FC Wichita. Sent it in, but chipped out. Another corner coming right back up.
I tell you what, that was number 6, and I remember him from before. That's Daniel Tesso or something like that. Did a great job over there defending.
Well, we'll see what
play.
Luis can do with it. Sends it in. Tenike puts a head on it, but it's grabbed by the Joplin keeper. Boy, John, that should have been a handball. He had stepped outside the box.
And that's Juan Somoza.
Uh-oh, headed back. Dangerous play. Weir has to come out of his box. Now he
Piece
backs
of
up
cake
and
on
grabs
that.
it.
And he's going to find James Togba. And he had the Duke over there. I don't know if you know it, Kippenberger. Since you've been gone, Luke Hitchman over there has been playing right back. And I tell you what, he's been a beast over there, just like John Wayne. Big body player.
Big Luke Hitchman. Big boy.
Duke.
Big boy, the big Duke.
He's Duke, Luke Hitchman, and he loves it.
Oh,
Yeah, I talked to him today
Did
before
you
the
pick
game.
that nickname?
I sure did. You know I did.
Well, a couple of good opportunities so far, John, for FC Wichita. The best being the corner that we just saw a couple of minutes ago. Tenike got ahead on it. But
What a great overlapping
very,
run,
very close
Kippy.
to him.
Sorry about interrupting
Okay.
you there, but what a great overlapping run there. Good work between Luke and that's Andres Ochoa over there, Kippy. Andres Ochoa being one of our University of the Pacific players that's been brought in. 4 players from the University of Pacific specifically brought in by Coach Markey. Andres not starting off at the beginning of the season, the starting 11, has been a regular recently.
Tenike lines it up. John, he can throw it almost as far as he can kick it. Headed easily out of the box. Deep ball, booted out by Mark Weir.
And I was kicked so high up in the air when it came down, it had icicles on it. Mark Weir with a gigantic leg. And really, Mark playing it safe there, there was enough pace on the ball from Joplin. It probably could have made it to him inside the 18. Hard to tell, whether or not, but Mark playing it safe.
Well, the ball from Osterloh. Oh, man. And he hits Luca Anelli. right.
And
near
the referee
midfield.
right there, right in front of him, can see him put two hands in the back of Luca Nelly. Referee obviously saying, hey, it's quite all right. Go ahead and do a two-handed push in the back of our forward, no big deal.
Who do you think, John, if you had to pick one guy out here, and we've seen a lot of great offensive plays from FC Wichita so far this season, but who do you think's going to be, who's the difference maker so far throughout the season for these guys?
Well, I tell you what, everybody has been the difference maker. This season has been amazing. Actually, we don't have a player like we had last year like Matt Clare, where we have a player that comes in and puts 12 goals in and, takes over the game and where it takes the team onto his shoulders and scores. This year we have a whole group of players that carry the team. And, and as you can see, we scored a lot of goals this season and spread all over the place. Everybody's been fantastic. What I like tonight is I like that Johnny Markey comes out with two strikers on the pitch to start off the game.
The corner from Pinto chipped away, and Ogbonna closes down on it quickly.
That's not
I'm
Ogbonna.
sorry.
Togba. Ogbonna was last year, brother, but hey, I like that you remember that. And Chisholm will appreciate that. Chisholm doing great. Chisholm still playing down south, doing fantastic. Chisholm Ogbonna was a heck of a player. We miss him like the desert misses the rain. Great player. But I tell you what, James Togba, ladies and gentlemen, you see James Togba here, you're going to see him wearing somebody's professional jersey in the next year to 2 years, guarantee it.
Had a great season.
And has a bright, amazing future. Totally disciplined player, great player, disciplined on and off the pitch. Going to be a valuable asset to some team coming up soon.
Well, the pass to Osterloh just narrowly broken up. But FC Wichita, John, having some success here in the last few minutes playing on the Joplin side. Good ball through to Osterloh. He's got an opportunity.
What a great heel kick.
Yep.
Oh, my God. How cheeky was that?
It was nice. And he was
from
looking,
Luca and Ellie.
Yeah, and then Ellie well covered. He had 3 blue jerseys surrounding him.
I tell you what, that wasn't his English blood from his mother. That was his Italian blood from his father that got that. Mr. Anelli, thank you very much.
Pogba crosses.
What a hit there from
It
Andres Ochoa.
looked like a little miscommunication. You saw Osterloh close in on it at the exact same time Ochoa did, and I think it might have just stopped him up just enough, John, that he wasn't able to put a full foot on it.
Well, I tell you what, thanks to our great announcer, who is totally Wichitawesome, Jared Cerullo, now you have a Joplin Demise roster.
Excellent.
Probably the most Wichitawesome dude in Wichita is Jared Cerullo, former Cake TV, big-time bigwig, huge with Cake TV. Had to move on, unfortunately, because he got too giant. Had to move on from Cake TV to over here to be the full-time announcer with FC Wichita.
You got to love having Jared around.
Love him. He's my favorite. He's my second favorite. Actually, Luca Nelli's my second favorite Italian. Jared Cerullo is my favorite Italian human being. Period. End of story.
Well, that's good to know. I'm sure.
He's
I'm
wonderful.
Sure Jared will
Dude,
sleep.
Jared loves it.
I bet he'll sleep extremely well tonight.
Well, Jared's going to sleep extremely well because he's married to a fantastic human being.
He is.
That's why he sleeps well every night.
He is.
Shout out to Brandon.
Yep.
Anyway, we're back to action. There's Luca Togba over here with the ball. Pinto looking making a great run.
You've seen Togba set up several good plays so far in the game, John. Kind of from this side of the field right here, just putting it forward, setting guys up. Good pass, shot. Oh, man! And Ellie just couldn't quite get to it in time to put a foot on it. We've seen that.
And I tell you what, that started over here with Luis Pinto holding the ball on the left side, sends it to Togba. Togba switches fields, which is something that we've seen all season. Opportunities open up for Wichita when we switch fields.
Well, and you definitely, John, see quite a difference in pressure so far this game from what we've seen previously in the season, which goes back to what you mentioned earlier. We've got 2 strikers
Absolutely.
up front.
Without a doubt. And we've got play, let's be honest with you, Kip. It's something that we didn't get a chance to talk about because we couldn't do a pregame. But we've got huge playoff ramifications in challenging tonight. We've got Tulsa has home field advantage for the playoffs.
Uh-oh, now Weir's got a man going to test him.
What a save, baby! What a save!
Pitchman will clear it. Wow, and FC Wichita quickly back the other way. Osterloh, Anelli, and Pinto up front. Osterloh couldn't get around his man. The Joplin keeper.
Man, what a save by Big Scott. Mark Weir, and I tell you what, I don't know if his pop's a firefighter in Scotland. I don't know if he's at the firehouse right now, but if he is, I guarantee they're spraying water all over the place for that save from Mark Weir to his right side. What a save.
Great diving save by Weir and a good quick clear heads-up play by Luke Hitchman.
Dude, what a reactionary save from Mark Weir to make that save to his right-hand side. And he's a big boy.
He
200-plus pounds to get to his right side that fast. How fantastic was that? Unbelievable.
It was quite good. Ball put back in. Here comes Togba. Keeps it in play. Quickly back up. And just booted out of bounds by Joplin.
And Kip, we've seen it all season long. James Togba constantly making his runs. And if you look at Luke Hitchman over there on the right-hand side, you're going to see Luke making those runs as well.
So Kevin, John, he is back in. Missed him a couple of games ago. Now Joplin quickly pushing. They'll send it across the pitch. Now Weir's going to get tested again. Good save by Mark Weir. Weir, Johnny, being tested heavily on those last two shots.
And unusually. And really, you know, Mark's been tested more than this Joplin keeper, let's be honest with you. Great opportunities by Joplin. Mark Weir stepping up to the test as he has done all season, let's be honest. This is not something that's unusual for Mark Weir. Big Scott, again, another player. Any other kind of circumstance, Mark Weir's playing professional somewhere. To be honest with you, I can't believe he's not playing professional back in his home country, Scotland.
Well, he's definitely been a great asset to FC Wichita after the change in keepers last year. We had Mal Vargas played very, very, very well. The guy was incredible. Then this year we've got Steve Hammerski, Mark Weir. Both of them have played awesome.
Now, and we've also got Curtis Goldsmith as well. Curtis came up huge, played a great game against Tulsa in a loss. Freaking broke his nose.
I didn't know that.
Right in front of the crappiest fans in America, the Tulsa Athletic fans, which by a national poll were voted the crappiest fans in America. It was a national poll.
Is that right?
About it.
No, I didn't.
I just made that up. But they are the crappiest fans. Actually, I made it up last game. They are the crappiest fans in America. There's no doubt about it. They absolutely suck as fans. Tulsa Athletics. The Tulsa Roughnecks, fantastic fans. How they're even from the same city blows me away. That a giant group of terrible fans could be in the same city with a giant group of fantastic, awesome fans.
Now,
Weird.
what makes them so terrible, John?
Tulsa?
I have not.
It's a number of things. It's a number of things. Number one, they're crappy to other supporters.
Ah.
They don't ever invite other supporters to hang, drink beer, do things with them. Matter of fact, they threw a beer at an old lady. Let's be honest. They flipped us off when we came to their city last time. We invite supporters to our supporter section. Invite them over. Hey, it's one thing during the game.
Tailgate with us. Invite them to come out,
That's
hang out.
supporter culture. That's what they do. They mooned us. They pulled their pants down and showed their bare buttocks to a 70-year-old woman.
Wow.
All right? So that adds to it. To finalize it, they threw crap at our players the last time we played there. Physically threw items on the pitch, tried to throw things at us. They physically have threatened me. Physically threatened me.
They don't know
to do harm to me. They have no idea. They've got no idea. I'm Johnny Freedom. I mean, I'm trained in a variety of different martial arts, not including but not limited to ninjutsu, kung fu, ching tai, bao mai, ching to, a variety of martial arts.
Oh,
Right.
I know
You
who,
know,
I know who not to tangle with.
Absolutely,
up here.
without a doubt. But neither here nor there. There's a real game going on right now, and we're in the 19th minute. Here comes the throw-in.
Yep, the
from
big
your boy.
throw-ins from Kevin Tenike. He gets it in, punched away by the keeper. Loose ball, there's Big Luke. And almost a reverse header there, John. Tenike brings it back down and sends it over to the far corner.
And that's Corey Cantor over there. Number 12 earns a corner kick. Great defensive effort over there. Didn't catch the player there from Joplin, but great defensive effort from him.
So 19th minute, John, fourth corner now for FC Wichita. And one of the three that have been taken so far, good opportunity from FC. Or a good, probably the best test, I guess I should say, of the three corners taken. Here's number 4, head on it by Christian Aldama, sails high and out of bounds. So the Joplin keeper, Juan Somoza, I believe is his name, John, he sends it back into play, quickly collected by the red team. That one will head out of bounds off Joplin. Luke Hitchman will step up for the throw-in. Osterloh takes a forearm in the back. And they do get the whistle. So, Johnny, talk a little bit about the playoff implications of this game for FC Wichita.
Well, the playoff implications at this point are is we're looking to finish second in regular season play. Second place gives us a bye in the first round of the playoffs. Okay. First and second place.
Oh boy.
Baby!
Yeah, that was number 21, Imran Lewis, saved what was looking to be a sure goal for FC Wichita. The keeper.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised like somebody's offsides. I mean, the ball was in the air, my goodness, for 10 seconds. It totally Kevin Tenike's being called offsides. He ran onto the ball from several feet out. I mean, I can't say that I get that one at all.
So first round bye for FC Wichita if they collect the win tonight. Is that correct?
Yes.
Then who is it looking like they play? Their first then playoff game, I'm assuming, will be on the road, John. Have a whistle on the play.
No. The way it works is first or second place get a bye in the first round of the playoffs.
Okay.
Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Third and fourth teams will host a playoff game.
Okay.
So if we finish third, we will host a playoff against 6, 4 hosts 5.
Gotcha.
So it's hard to say. There's some games coming up over the next couple days. Over the next couple days, that will determine those seedings, Kippy. And we win both games, we get 6 points, and also we've got 10 games played, 12 total. We've got Joplin tonight, Joplin again on Sunday in Joplin. We need to get 6 points, and we need the Dutch Lions, who are currently in second, to tie one of those games.
Gotcha.
Or lose.
Tie or
If
loss.
they tie or lose and we win both, we finish second.
We finish second.
And we get a first round bye.
Imran Lewis takes the throw in for Joplin. Tenike puts a head on it, and it'll bounce back to FC Wichita. Well, Johnny, we've got the sun peeking out a little bit. About halfway through the first half of the match. Now FC challenges it again. What they've done so far in the game several times, Togba or Pinto, depending on who's in position, brings it down the right side, looks to send it across. Out of bounds, corner kick number 5 for FC Wichita. Ball sails way across the box. Leo Sosa tried to get ahead on it. Winds up being collected by the Joplin keeper, and he quickly puts it back down on the other side of the field. John Weir there to pick it, or there to collect it again. We've seen that several times where Joplin's just played it deep. Weir being the lone man down there to collect it. Now here's Osterloh switching sides, playing on the near side. Out of bounds, corner kick number 6.
Corner kick number 6 coming up for Wichita.
Luis Pinto will take it for FC Wichita. You know, John, 6 corner kicks in the 25th minute of the game. You got to think one of these is going to finally come home.
Well, you would think. We've had a lot of corner kicks, and I'll be honest with you, we haven't been great on finishing corner kicks. We've been amazing. Look at Pinto hustling over there. What a great.
Yep. Waved off. Sosa has it now, John. Sends it across. Oh, Tenai wanted to put that head on it.
Man, he wanted it. And I tell you what,
Cantor.
Luis Pinto.
Luis Pinto just
over here, number 5.
kind of shoves number 5.
Well, I think number 5 must be from Brazil. Because he went down, but he's either from Brazil or he's an elevator operator. Because he went down very easily. He's maybe a deep sea diver. When you go down that easy, you got to be a deep sea diver.
Well,
right, Kippy?
sure.
Well, I tell you what, great to have Christian Aldama back. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, what a play by.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Togba just picked his pocket, Johnny.
And made him look silly going between his legs right there. Just talk about the confidence that he plays with is just unreal. I can't wait to tell people that I actually knew James Togba here in a couple years.
Yeah.
Broke bread with the guy. Watched him basically eat protein shakes and do, crunches.
So you broke bread and he ate, or he drank his.
Are we back on, baby?
Well, we're almost back on, but the camera, which I forgot about, is still recording. So those that get to watch the replay will still hear your sultry voice.
Well, I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I went off. I didn't think we were even recording at this point. No, man, I don't think that was offsides. I felt there was a Joplin player on the goal line keeping everybody onside.
Well, unfortunately, what would have been a 2-0 lead gets called back on a questionable offsides call. That was a dive if I've ever seen one, John.
I feel bad for Aldama because that was a great goal, man. Aldama, Christian, that was a great goal, bro. You got robbed, unbelievably robbed. Should be 2-0, 32nd minute. Neither here nor there. We got everything sorted out on that first goal, Kippy, while you were gone. We got it all sorted out, bud. What happened was it was really, really some great work by Ochoa to keep the ball alive. Well, he kicks the ball out wide to Luis Pinto, who's a fantastic player, Luis Pinto. Luis crosses the ball across, and somehow it makes it over to our boy Luca Nelli, English player with Italian blood, just basically taps the ball in.
Johnny, for those that are just joining us as we are back live now,
yep,
you missed, and you'll have to catch it on the replay, you missed a fantastic goal that put FC Wichita up 1-0, scored by your favorite Italian, or as he said, Anelli is your favorite.
Oh, baby!
He was winding up to big time it. Togba fighting hard, stays with it.
Man, I want to see Togba rip that thing, I'll be honest with you. I want to see him rip that thing. He was cheeky with it, went between his legs and kind of did that little cheeky little play there. I want to see him rip a ball. What a ball in here from Leo Sosa. A little bit too much pace on it. But what happened was, on the goal was, we see our boy Andres Ochoa, one of our University of Pacific players, playing hard, staying with it, keeping the ball alive, and we see a great save from the Joplin keeper, first of all, one-handed, and then Ochoa keeping the ball alive.
Oh, Luca Nelli has an opportunity now if he can get it through. Oh, and it's off the back. You can hear the crowd
Calling
screaming
for
the
a handball. Absolutely. When Luca Nelly puts a ball in on a ball from Luis Pinto, fantastic job. And while the fans were gone as well, while the live feed was off, we missed a goal. I'm going to have to go back and look at it. And it's the untrained eye of Johnny Freedom who sees, a ball go in the back of the net, automatically thinks it's a goal. Then I see the assistant referee raising his flag.
Yeah, I
don't see what happened there. Be honest with you, Kippy.
Yeah,
he looked
I didn't
onside to
either.
me. He looked onside to me, but they always look onside, and I'm never going to agree with a referee unless it's a call for FC Wichita.
Yeah, it is a rare occasion that you will ever cheer for a referee, including your own children.
I will never cheer for a referee. Let's be honest, never will.
I should say side.
Agree with her side.
Cheer was a poor choice.
I tell you what, I appreciate my children for giving back to the game by refereeing, but it absolutely makes me about vomit in my mouth when they put on referees' official uniforms. It makes me sick to my stomach. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows me.
That's why we love you.
It's one of those unfortunate parts of soccer.
It's so good to be back up here with you, buddy. You know that?
I'm always glad when you're back, Kippy. And
misfire from Joplin, and FC Wichita will be able to set up another good opportunity here.
Manicella no space to get rid of the ball there really, and held onto the ball, and and just into a sea of Joplin players. Really should have probably looked for someone. The yellow card puts him into the book. Corey Cantor, for those of the fans that don't recognize or remember Corey Cantor, well, first of all, shame on you. Secondly, he's a fantastic player. He's a Dallas, Texas product who plays Division I soccer in Tulsa, Oklahoma for Oral Roberts University. He's a fantastic, a dynamic player. One dude out there that plays 110% of the time and gives 180%. Man, love the kid. Absolutely love him.
Well, we apologize for those that are now rejoining us. We're having a couple of technical issues up here.
And it's not us. We broadcast this game from Wi-Fi. We're having issues with the Wi-Fi signal tonight. So, again, there's always a reason to blame a telecommunications company, Kippy, and tonight's no different, baby.
No.
Now, I tell you what, one interesting thing for guys that want to tune in to Joplin, that we are going to have somebody, Kippy, you can't make the trip to Joplin. Am I right?
I cannot, unfortunately.
He can't. Well, I'm going to make it. In with me on this game is going to be a very special guest, and it's a very hot female. That's all I have to say. Joplin had glory in his eyes, Kippy, but shot a little wide. I tell you what, the sun's coming out, Kippy. You know what that means. Freedom glasses go on.
Well, you've had them on through most of the game, but you did pop them off here earlier.
Well, it's only because out of my blindness, I couldn't see. Look at Luca Nelly just dribbling through players like it's nothing.
This is the second season we've had the pleasure of watching Luca Nelly. The kid's a stud, Johnny.
Well, I love Luca Nelly. He plays his college ball here in Wichita at Newman, Division II Newman College, for the infamous Cliff Brown.
Togba trying to set something up, and he set up several plays so far this match. He gets played off the ball. Tanike, big header. Guy loves playing with his head, Johnny.
Well, I tell you, he scores lots of goals with it.
Yep.
Gets lots of assists with it. Kevin Tanike, heck of a player, no doubt about it. And look at Richard Austin.
Yeah.
He's about to beat this kid to score a goal right here.
He is. And that'll be another corner.
Well done, Richard Osterloh. Great player, Brazilian player. Plays college ball at a Missouri Nazarene. Fantastic player there. 13 goals last year. Also was at Park for a short time. Couldn't get the scholarship situation worked out. Happy to have Richard Osterloh here in Wichita.
Nice corner by Ochoa. Now Hitchman will head it back, and it'll be picked up by Tanike. So welcome back, everybody. Again, as we mentioned
What
earlier.
a ball! Kevin Tenike plays the ball across to Andres Ochoa.
Corner kick number 10.
Kevin
Coming up
Tenike, baby!
FC Wichita.
I tell you what a beautiful ball from Kevin Tenike. Wonderful touch on it, as we come to expect from a seasoned veteran like Kevin Tenike. Corner kick coming in here from Andres Ochoa. A lot of big bodies in here. Oh, baby! Luca.
Yeah, and folks, we apologize with some of the technical issues we've had. We've lost the game clock here. We're working to get that resolved, so we'll kind of keep you abreast of it. To 44th minute,
Hey, how about reaching in your pocket?
just came in, and we hear what I think is the most beautiful sound in all this game when you yank your microphone. And I don't say that facetiously. When you yank your mic away and scream at an official.
Well, I tell you what, Kippy. For
I
anybody who's
know.
been watching the game, we got tic-tac fouls. The referee's putting people in the book. You got Luca Nelly on an offensive opportunity about to create something, and the referee can't reach into his pocket on that one. I get it's a foul, but it's a foul where we've lost an offensive opportunity. Sir, reach in your freaking pocket. Your jersey. Grab a card that's that color of that jersey and show it to the player that just committed that atrocious foul on one of our players. It's ridiculous. Be consistent.
Well,
Be consistent. That's all we ask.
John, one thing we know so far this game is that yellow cards only match up with red jerseys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And for those of you, if you may not have ever heard us before, we're not exactly what you would refer to as unbiased or
Impartial. No.
It's just not going to happen.
If we were to be paid, we would be getting paid by FC Wichita.
That's right.
So there's where our loyalties lie.
Good ball forward. God, it's so good being back here with you. You know that?
Well, for those who, and I'll tell you what, here we're about to see something nasty from Corey Cantor.
Cantor sends.
Oh, baby,
Snatched
very
out of the
close.
air by Somoza, the keeper for the Joplin demise.
Well done by him as well. Now, just for those who don't know, we're Josh Kippenberger, Johnny Freedom from Football Wichita Live Independent Company, MJ
Here comes
Productions.
another setup, Johnny. Sorry to cut you off.
Ow, baby. That
Yeah,
was Corey Cantor,
that was Cantor.
with his left foot partially deflected there. And we've got the
Well,
halftime
there's
clock.
the whistle. Not a single second of stoppage time. So, Johnny, 1-0 through the half. Huge stat that shows right now 10 corners.
No.
FC Wichita.
No, absolutely. FC Wichita dominating every offensive category that you can think of in soccer, including the scoreboard. We're up 1-0 on a great goal by Luca Nelly. Unfortunately, we had a totally bogus offside call that offset our second goal. But I tell you what, Kippy, we've been a powerhouse in the second half. No reason why we're probably not going to be a powerhouse coming up here in the second half as well. I'm seeing big things, Kippy, for FC Wichita in this second half. No doubt about it, baby.
Well, as we said earlier, it's been a half dominated by FC Wichita. John,
For sure. Hey, let me introduce
Yeah,
why I
please.
got you here. You know, one of the things that I was talking about a little bit in the pregame and a little bit during the game, we have a special guest here for our halftime show. We'll only talk to her for a few minutes because she also needs to beer up. Everybody needs to beer up during
Except for me.
halftime, except for you, baby. But you're doing that by not some kind of court order or anything.
no,
You do that by your
no,
own free will.
No, yep.
But it's a lady here by the name of Jennifer White. She's the founder, and I hate to call her CEO, but anyway, she's the founder of an organization called ICT SOS.
Yep.
They're a nonprofit organization that helps victims of human trafficking here in Wichita, Kansas. She's got a big fundraiser coming up, a 5K, Run for Freedom, and I'm going to give her an opportunity. She's going to come on, if you don't mind, Kid.
No, I don't
She's
mind
going
at
to
all.
take your headset, and
no,
she's going to talk
absolutely.
about it.
Good.
Sound all right to you?
Oh, it sounds great. You're
All right.
a much better interviewer than I am.
Well, let's get Jennifer White
All right,
on
Jennifer,
here.
here, welcome.
and we'll get her set up. Ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer White. Jennifer, welcome to Football Wichita Live. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, it's good to have you here. So, Jennifer, tell us a little bit quickly. We've got about 5 minutes to talk about ICTSOS and the 5K that you're doing. Tell us about ICTSOS.
So ICTSOS has been around Wichita for about 5 years. We are a nonprofit. We're an anti-human trafficking organization, and we work in kind of a support role to our direct service providers, foster care, the Youthville, the Children's Home, kind of anybody that's working with at-risk kids.
Right.
And then we also work a lot with the law enforcement. So we help out with resources for victims. We do a lot of community awareness, and we also do prevention education in the schools.
Awesome. Outstanding. So you have a big fundraiser coming up, am I right? Is it 5K?
Yep.
Before we talk about that, because we have a few minutes left, how did you get involved in this organization? How did you get started getting ICTSOS started? Just give us something quick.
Yes, I started the organization 5 years ago in response to a case that we had here in the Wichita area that the victim was actually the same age as my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was kind of the catalyst for me that, not only was this kind of thing happening in Wichita, which
Sure.
I wasn't okay with, it was
course.
also happening to kids that were the same age as my kids. And so that's really where we got started.
And tell us, a lot of people are surprised when I tell them that Wichita is like is one of the central areas or a focal point for human trafficking. Can you explain to people how is it possible that Wichita, Kansas, a small community, a rural/urban community like Wichita, how does it become a central area or a central focus point for human trafficking?
I think it's a couple of things. One, this happens in every community across the country. So I don't think that we're unique in the fact that we have this issue here. But there are a couple of things. We know that the highways that run through here, I-35 one way and I-70 the other way, kind of put us in a crosshairs. I think another issue is that, being in the Midwest, we think, well, this doesn't happen here. This happens on the East Coast or the West Coast or larger cities. And I think it's something that we're not doing a good job of talking to our kids about, or at least historically haven't. And so that's a big part of the reason why we go into the schools and into the community and try to educate on the issue as well.
Awesome. So you have this big 5K coming up. Tell us about this 5K.
So this is the 5th year for the Race for Freedom. We organize the event. It's completely put on by our volunteer committee, and the race benefits a direct local service provider every year. So we put everything together, work really hard all year long to have a really great race. We draw about 1,000 runners, and we give away all the money. So this year, the race will benefit Via Christie's Healthcare Haven program, which provides free medical care for victims.
Awesome. So how do people find out about this 5K race? How can they sign up for it?
So a couple of things. ICTSOS, you can find us online at ictsos.org. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all under ICTSOS. The race also has its own social media. It's race4freedom. So the website is race4freedom.com.
And you know what? And I love that you guys have put my name in the name of the race. That means a lot.
I didn't know you 5 years ago when we started this, but it was really forward thinking on my part, I think.
It was faith. I think it was really faith.
I agree.
That had happened. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer White from ICTSOS, and like she mentioned before, you can find her. You can find ICTSOS on Facebook. You can find them on Instagram. You can find them on Twitter. They're always looking for volunteers. They're always looking for a variety of ways that you can help them or assist them, which in turn is going to help victims of human trafficking and also young people so they don't become later eventually victims themselves. Also, if you're into running a little 5K race, or if you don't feel like running, if you want to volunteer to help out, they have the Race for number 4 Freedom right here in Wichita. A 5K race, going to be a lot of fun. And what's the date again, Jennifer?
Saturday, September 10th this year.
Saturday, September 10th. You can come out and run the Race for Freedom. Did I miss anything, Jennifer? Is there anything else that you want to talk about?
I think you got it. We just moved into the brand new, beautiful Child Advocacy Center facility, so we're
I've
thrilled
heard it's
to be
really
there.
nice from the people that I've talked to.
Amazing. So we're thrilled to be there. It puts us right in the middle of a lot of our law enforcement and social service folks that we work
So
with.
it's a really Child Advocacy Center. It's at the old Lincoln Elementary School in between Emporia and Topeka on Lincoln. in Wichita. It's almost like one-stop shopping there, almost. All the services there for a child, to protect a child, heal a child, give a child really an opportunity to be served after some kind of situation, maybe negative, unfortunate situation has happened. They can get health care, psychological therapy, law enforcement, everything's there, right?
Yep, everything under one roof, medical, everything that they need. And so it really streamlines the process for both the families that they're serving as well as the service providers. And we're just thrilled to be in the middle of it all and be able to help where we can.
Well, fantastic. So if some people are wondering what Jennifer looks like, we're going to put her on the air right now. There she is right there, Jennifer White. So if you see her out in the public, come say hi. Jennifer, thank you so much. Hey, I'm Johnny Freedom. We'll be back here in a few minutes with the start of the second half. FC Wichita leading Joplin 1-0. Johnny Freedom, I'll be right back.
I'm Dr. Kyson Frank. I am the team doctor for FC Wichita, the premier soccer team in Wichita. Today I want to talk to you about soft tissue injuries. Soft tissue injuries can lead to pain in movement, decreased range of motion in your joints, and can also lead to decreased strength. This can be due to severe trauma, can be due to overuse injuries. We see a lot of carpal tunnel injuries that are caused by overuse. Acute injuries are falls, trauma from playing sports. These can lead to swelling and pain. If not addressed properly, can actually lead to scar tissue formation. The old saying, rest, ice, compress, and elevate, they've actually found that that's not true anymore. That's tribal knowledge, and they've actually found a better way of actually treating these things. Through an acronym we now know as MEAT, M-E-A-T, movement, exercise, analgesics, and soft tissue treatments. If you are experiencing any of these pains or these symptoms that are caused by soft tissue injuries, find a doctor who's willing to treat these injuries for you. That way you can live a life without pain. I'm Dr. Kyson Frank. I am the team doctor for FC Wichita, the premier soccer team in Wichita. Today I want to talk to you about soft tissue injuries. Soft tissue injuries can lead to pain in movement, decreased range of motion in your joints, and can also lead to decreased strength. This can be due to severe trauma, can be due to overuse injuries. We see a lot of carpal tunnel injuries that are caused by overuse. Acute injuries are falls, trauma from playing sports. These can lead to swelling and pain. If not addressed properly, can actually lead to scar tissue formation. The old saying, rest, ice, compress, and elevate, they've actually found that that's not true anymore. That's tribal knowledge, and they've actually found a better way of actually treating these things. Through an acronym we now know as MEAT, M-E-A-T, movement, exercise, analgesics, and soft tissue treatments. If you are experiencing any of these pains or these symptoms that are caused by soft tissue injuries, find a doctor who's willing to treat these injuries for you. That way you can live a life without pain.
To Wichita, subbing in at forward number 7, Max Toulouse. Also subbing in, number 11, making his debut for FC Wichita, Giro Barriga. And also number 10, Carlos Contreras, subbing in.
So as we just heard from the PA, Max Toulouse makes his return to Wichita. It's the second half action back underway. Hopefully we've got the technical glitches worked out. So far so good. Got a game clock going back up on screen. Probably the most unusual stat that we have so far in this match. FC Wichita with 10 corner kicks in the first half of action. FC Wichita also holding the lead at 1-0. Great goal off of a flurry of action down in front of the Joplin keeper, where Luca Anelli was able to come in and finally put one in the back of the net. Oh, there he is.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, you have nothing to apologize. Well, you have a lot to apologize for, but not for that, John.
Well, we got some big changes here. Carlos Contreras, outstanding offensive player coming in, number 10 there. You know, Carlos coming off of a little bit of an injury. In and out quick against Tulsa. They sat him in the friendly against the Tigres just to let Carlos heal up because he's such an important part of this team.
He is. He's been huge so far this season. We've also got the new guy, Giro.
Yes, Max Toulouse making his way back. Love Max. What a great player from. Great to have Max back.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, this could be a starting 11 right here that we're looking at, and these are substitutions coming in at halftime, man.
Well,
unreal.
Oh, it is. It is, and it'll be. You know, it is good to see Toulouse back on the pitch, John. We've kind of known Max through the indoor world for a couple of years now.
Yes.
And it's exciting to have him. We got a couple of really, really talented indoor players playing for FC Wichita again this season, just like we did last year.
Well, I talk to people about Max Toulouse all the time. Max Toulouse, a player really that people say actually surprising that Max Toulouse not playing in the MLS somewhere, to be honest with you. He's an amazing player, hugely skilled. Great defensive effort. What a block there by Aldama.
Yep. Now I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Look
you.
at Carlos linking up there.
Yep.
With Max Toulouse. Look at that touch there.
Yep. Toulouse, very smart player.
Composed. And really, the last time we saw Max Toulouse was in the U.S. Open Cup against Des Moines in the our first round U.S. Open.
That's right.
Max, without a doubt, our best player that day.
Yep. Well, Johnny, we'll see if the possession game keeps up like it did in the first half. FC Wichita just dominated possession. We'll see what happens with the officiating. For those of you that may have missed part of the first half of the match, FC Wichita right now playing with 2 yellows. Leo Sosa has 1, and I do not remember the number or the name of the first yellow card in the match that went against FC Wichita. Well, Osterloh got away with a little handball right there.
Quickly restarted by Joplin, but
too quick.
the yellow team doesn't want them to have any kind of advantage or wants to cooperate with the play whatsoever to create a beautiful game of soccer here apparently. So he holds up the play there. Wouldn't want to entertain the fans or anything with speed or quick play or anything like that.
Well, sure.
He's against that.
Ball played down deep. FC Wichita collects it. Hitchman. Johnny was looking to send it to Sosa, and Sosa just mans up, takes it right away.
Man, great play there by Joplin to win the ball there just outside the 18. Leo Sosa, I've said it once, I've said it a billion times, he's one of my favorite players on the team. Dude does everything. He's a workhorse. He scores goals. He defends. He's all over the field all the time. Leo Sosa, what a great player. Awesome dude to have here in Wichita. He's great with the fans. He's going to be a youth coach.
The chicks love him.
The chicks.
Oh, man! Baby! What a shot from Osterloh. That guy, he never ceases to impress me, Johnny.
No, Richard Osterloh's a fantastic player. I remember when I met him on the Little Rock trip, and that's when I said to him, I go, Richard Osterloh comes in as a forward. Any forward worth his salt wants to come in and be the number 9, wants to earn that number 9 jersey. And Johnny Markey wasn't going to give that away. He was going to make whoever it was earn it. Richard Osterloh earned the number 9 jersey this season. He earned it. He said he was from the get-go.
Well, and he deserves it too, and he has had great success on the pitch so far this season. Nice play by Luke Hitchman to slow up the run. Throw in from Joplin.
And I tell you what, it's still a dangerous time in this game, Kippy, for FC Wichita. Only up 1-0.
Absolutely it is.
Not comfortable whatsoever by any means.
Oh,
What
good ball by Toulouse. Little too far
A
in
little
front
bit
of.
too much pace on that.
Yeah,
And Toulouse raises his hand to Ostrowell saying, hey, you know what,
sorry.
I put a little bit too much venom on that ball.
Look at Toulouse. Oh, man. Here's an opportunity.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and he knows it. He knows as soon as he did it.
Man,
and
he
he
should've-
had Osterloh wide open.
He shouldn't even have looked at Osterloh. He should have continued to take another touch and bury that ball in the back of the net. And he knows it. He's raising his hands because he can't believe he should have really got his knee over the top of the ball and just hit that thing. Really no chance for the keeper. And it's one of those things where we haven't seen Max Toulouse in a game for a while because, you know what, Max Toulouse's been taking care of things that are far more important than soccer. He's been taking
like
care
the
of
future Mrs. Toulouse.
Exactly, taking care of his future, his life, the woman that's going to be his wife or is his wife. Not sure that situation for sure, but neither here nor there. Those are the things that matter. Once everything's said and done, and what a ball through!
It was. Man, he's just a smart player, Johnny, and it's amazing what he sees on the field.
Does he make a difference as soon as he comes in the game?
Oh, man.
Of course he does.
Quick impact. Sorry, Johnny. FC Wichita, man, they've been solid so far since the second half action got underway on the defensive end. They're just not letting anything get through.
Absolutely not. I love our back four. You've got, James Togg over there who's got the ball now on the left side. Offensive, defensive machine.
Yep.
You've got Luke Hitchman over here who also plays midfield when he plays college. He's a true midfielder playing in the back because he just wants to do whatever he can do. That's the type of player that he is. Love Luke, obviously. And then you've got two of probably the best center backs in the NPSL. One of the best center backs in the NPSL last year, Kevin Tenai, as voted by the fans and by the players and owners. First 11 on both of those selections, Kevin Tenai. So, dude, our back line is solid. And we're just getting it back under control. And let's be honest with you, Luke normally is playing in the midfield position. He's filling in for Brent Hobson right now, who's our normal right back, who everybody in Wichita knows, people all over the league know what a player Brent Hobson is.
Yep,
so, I mean, our back line is solid. I mean, that's why we've only given up 11 goals all season, because we're solid in the back. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it is amazing how suffocating those guys can be, especially when all four of them are on the pitch together and they're in sync.
The only thing that's been lacking for us, and towards the end of the season is we haven't scored as much as we've scored in the beginning, and it's for a number of different reasons. First of all, the level of competition has increased.
Yep. John, and we've talked about it in some other games too, where that's been kind of if you've got to pick a weakness or an Achilles heel for FC Wichita, it has been. Oh!
And that's a home started by Jiro,
Yep.
our new Japanese player, who, by the way, Kippy, I talked to him before the game. Papa is from Colombia, Mama's from Japan.
Yes.
He's got a Japanese passport, but look at it.
Well, Johnny, just like that.
Already, baby. He's going to come in. I was talking to CEO and founder of FC Wichita, Blake Shoemaker, before the game started today, and he's like, this dude is going to make a name for himself on this team. And he's coming in right at the right time, right when we need some offensive power. Now, one of the things that I failed to do, Kippy, that's kind of my job is that, man, I haven't really talked a lot about sponsors. How good looking are these uniforms this season?
They're fantastic.
They look wonderful. And we wouldn't have these wonderful jerseys if it wasn't for the great sponsorship that we got from Nike and from Soccer Savings. What a great sponsorship that we have from them. We appreciate it hugely. Soccer Savings, you can check them out, soccersavings.com. And Nike goes without saying. Everybody knows who Nike is, Kippy. Right?
Yeah, they are a relatively well-known brand across the world, buddy.
Right, absolutely. Well, I tell you what, Kippy, we're in the 56th minute. FC Wichita leading the game, leading Joplin 2-0, and you got to feel that there's got to be more coming.
Well, it certainly seems like it. They've created Oh, here's an opportunity for Joplin. Woo! Man, barely wide left. FC Wichita escapes right there to keep it. Escapes right there to keep keep Joplin at 0.
Yeah, a little defensive mix-up there by FC Wichita. You know, we were just praising them a second ago, and a little mix-up from our back line there leads to a very dangerous effort there from Joplin. And look at this ball up.
Ball forward.
Max Toulouse gets a leg on it. No ill will from either the keeper or Max Toulouse.
Now Toulouse puts his shoe back on. And we've got a sub, John, and is that looks like Leo Sosa heading off, and I believe we're going to see hometown favorite.
Who is that guy?
Yep, it's got to be him. With his very long hair. Everyone knows him here, buddy. Lemons.
I have no idea who that guy is.
Yeah, right.
Who is that guy?
Chris Lemons.
Never heard of him.
Chris Lemons, who a couple of games ago.
They just picked that guy up off the street somewhere. They get him out of a men's league over there at Sports Zone.
That's probably my favorite goal so far of the season, when he one-timed that sucker in stoppage.
You mean the one that tied the game, 1-1 against Dallas City, which just a few seconds later, Jeffrey Che scored the game-winning goal, and Dallas City went freaking bananas and cried and bawled and chased referees all over the place.
Yep,
and we won the game, and then they cried on social media even more.
Yep, and law enforcement had to come on the field and help the refs off.
Now I remember.
Yeah, I figured you would if we just went through enough details.
Thanks, buddy.
But yeah, Chris. Extremely well known here locally, very popular. Now, still fighting for it, Ten Eyck.
Actually, that's
Richard
Osterloh, yeah.
See,
Ten Eyck's right there, number 16, way back here.
It's the beard.
With the yellow thing on his arm. Just look at the left arm.
I even looked for the arm, but apparently I'm colorblind, and I mistook white band for yellow.
You're just excited, Kippy. It's all right. Richard Osterloh and Kevin Ten Eyck, both with very manly beards, ladies and gentlemen. And here is Kevin Ten Eyck.
Kevin, I can't even make an excuse because I happen to know him pretty well, so I know what
But you don't know him from that far away.
Well, that's true.
Here comes the throw-in from Kevin Ten Eyck.
Huge throw-in.
Oh, baby, right there.
Play away. Maybe it's my old eyes, Johnny.
It's a number of different things, Kippy.
It could be. Could be hitting 40 finally.
It's 40. It's your old eyes. It's your lack of soccer knowledge. It's a number of different things.
I can't even claim a lack of soccer knowledge for not knowing that wasn't Kevin.
Not knowing it's one of your friends.
I know.
Whatever, Kippy.
What a dolt.
I tell you what, I put the dumb in freedom, so I get it completely. It's fine. Anyway, FC Wichita in the 60th minute here, still leading 2-0.
It's still contrary to what I may say, still having Richard Osterloh create pressure up front.
Yeah, doing great up there, Richard Osterloh. And again, he's been a fantastic player all season, as he said he would be. Put his money where his mouth is. Look at James talking.
I know, just still fighting for it. Stays on the ground, comes away with possession.
Gets fouled again.
Giro goes down in the box.
Giro, my goodness, son. That boy can play. Did you see that? I mean, somebody needs to check his foot. He may have duct tape. He may have duct tape on his foot. Something kept his foot on the ball, or the ball on his foot. Must be duct tape, Velcro, something, because nobody keeps the ball on their foot like that. And let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, the referee being nice to Joplin, the foul easily inside the 18 there.
So what could have easily been a PK is going to be a shot taken almost right on the line, Johnny.
Well, again, I don't know. I'm not sure who's going to step up. We see Carlos Contreras up there. We see Giro. We see number 4 there, Andres Ochoa, and then we see Toulouse. Going to be interesting to see who steps up and takes this.
Looks like Ochoa is going to take it. He fires it in off the wall. Now here comes Lemons. Plays it out into the corner. We've got Hitchman. Hitchman shoved to the ground on the shot, and the ball sailed just over the tips of the keeper's fingers and out of bounds.
Yeah, unfortunate there for the Duke. There gets knocked down to the ground just as he's playing the ball. Unfortunately.
Well, no ball. Luke the Duke.
I tell you what, I'm looking at Curtis Goldsmith. Curtis Goldsmith's parents over there. Curtis Goldsmith's parents, come on over. Curtis Goldsmith's mom and dad here, all the way from California. We're inviting them over to come on over here and say hello. Everybody's got to wear Johnny Freedom's glasses. And we'll
Carlos Contreras trying to set something up. Gets dragged down. FC Wichita Solidifying Contreras picks up the goal!
Oh my God!
3-0,
Goodness.
62nd minute. What they've
Giro,
done,
baby!
what they've done.
What a goal from Carlos Contreras from Giro, making it happen inside the 18,
Johnny,
baby. How? Oh my goodness!
We've seen it all game. That's the second goal that has
It's
purely
been
been
amazing.
FC
It's
Wichita.
been amazing. Mr. Goldsmith, come over and take off those glasses, sir. If you come up here, you got to put on Johnny Freedom's glasses. Curtis, come over here with your mom and dad. We're going to take a picture of you and your folks here. We got Curtis Goldsmith up here, who something happened to him. He started wearing women's makeup. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he likes eyeliner.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Something happened. Actually, what happened was it was crappy Tulsa athletics players that decided
yes.
to headbutt him in the face. Curtis still made the save, but we love Curtis Goldsmith here in Wichita. Mr. and Mrs. Goldsmith, welcome to Wichita, Kansas. Great to have you guys. Are here from California, right? Where in California are you guys from? So they're from Sacramento and Lake Tahoe in California. Can we safely say that's in Northern California? Northern California, the Pacific Northwest. Well, welcome to Wichita. Please send, if you could do us a favor, next year around this time, if you could please send your son here, we would appreciate it. Happy to have Curtis here. He's been doing a fantastic job. Welcome to Wichita. Great to have you guys here. Hopefully you've been tuning in to this terrible broadcast that we do every week here from Wichita. All right. They do. You got glory in your eyes. That's right, Mr. Goldsmith taking one from Johnny Freedom. Pleasure to meet you folks. And got to come up here in the midst of what a great goal from Carlos Contreras, right?
It is, and it's the second time, John. Now we have a corner kick coming up right now.
Was Jiro really our Japanese brother right there? Jiro coming in already 2 assists, right? Am I right?
Yes. And John, we saw, well, yeah, the
Did
goal.
he get credit for the goal?
He did, for what you know, what could have been an own goal for Joplin. Regardless, 3-0. Johnny, that goal from Carlos Contreras, successful because of the exact same thing that we saw early on from the goal that Luca Anelli scored, where FC Wichita doesn't stop in the box. You keep following. You follow the shot. You follow the rebound. And we picked up
And
2
look what
goals
happened.
off.
Absolutely, without a doubt, Kippy. And it's nice to see that you're finally picking up on some soccer knowledge here
Thank
of
you.
continuing to play. Continuing to play, not ball watching, continuing to play as the play develops inside the 18. And changes, to be honest with you, in a situation that we just watched. Dude, I'm sorry, this Jiro kid is a freaking beast.
Yeah, I mean,
Ladies and gentlemen,
he's been in the
he's a
game for
beast.
what, Johnny? 24 minutes?
Been and came up, well, not even 24 minutes, because I think we're into the
What are we-
64th,
okay, yep, we're at
65th minute.
66th
He's
minute
been in the
right
game
now.
20 minutes, and already we have two goals on there that are attributed to
Yep.
his
his
episode.
play.
Doing a fantastic job. And again, kudos to Carlos Contreras, one of my favorite players, who is there at the right place at the right time.
Well, now FC Wichita, John, even though they are not laying up the pressure, they can breathe a little bit easier, holding a 3-0 lead in the 66th minute. Here we go, Osterloh, Contreras again. Contreras with some good footwork, still holds on to it. Wanted to chip it over to Osterloh. Too many blue jerseys between him. There we see Lemons again. Now Lemons to Lou, and Osterloh will try and set something up. Ball played away by Joplin. Well, Johnny, it is a warm welcome for Giro to Wichita when you come in and you get a goal and an assist.
Well, absolutely. And, we got a chance. My daughter plays soccer out at Barton Community College in Great Bend, Kansas, and Giro was just there last year. And was a what a fantastic player. He played NPSL with the Brooklyn Italians last year in the NPSL in the Eastern Division. Comes with high recommendation from those guys there.
Well, we can already see why. Now Toulouse and Osterloh again. Centered, played out. It'll be the 11th corner kick for FC Wichita so far. Johnny, I like this pairing up front with Toulouse and Osterloh. Got another sub coming in. Can't quite tell who that is.
That's Alex Morgan's gonna come in for James Togba. Alex Morgan, local talent here, plays his soccer at Pratt County Community College. And this isn't the very hot Alex Morgan from the women's U.S. national
the one
team.
that you had your epic fail in front of when you caught her in pajamas in a hotel.
Let's not talk about this. This is a moderately handsome Alex Morgan from Pratt.
Well, I still like to tell that story. Corner kick put back in. Toulouse has it. Centered again. Osterloh.
Osterloh, unfortunate touch there.
So Joplin tries to bring it back. They do. They get around Morgan. Still fighting for it.
And who's that wins the ball?
Cantor.
Giro.
Yep.
Number 11 over there, Giro.
I didn't see the number. It looks like Corey Cantor. Well, we'll see what they can do with it now. Like I was saying a minute ago, John, it's been fun watching Toulouse and Osterloh up here. Look at an individual effort by Toulouse. Gets taken down in the box.
Is this some kind of joke?
It's gotta be.
Some kind of joke universe I'm living in here?
It's gotta be. I mean,
how is that not
from
a foul?
behind?
I thought he was pointing to the spot, to be honest with you, Kippenberg, and the fact that they just got a goal kick there is the most ridiculous.
Well, now we're going to see him try it again, Sean. Toulouse still in control of the ball, and he's got the keeper well out of position. Briefly. Man, you said it a minute ago, Johnny. Does Toulouse change the pace of the game when he gets in? And we're seeing it big time.
He certainly changed the pace of the game, but he can't do much when he gets torn down inside the 18 and doesn't get a foul called. Gee-many crickets. Absolutely ridiculous. This referee he's going to look back at himself, and he's probably going to say, gee whizza, as Grandma Freer would say.
I don't think they can do that.
Gee whizza, I made a huge mistake. Max Toulouse got torn down inside the 18, and I just gave a goal kick. The only thing that I can say is that he feels sorry for Joplin. That's the only thing that I can say besides cussing out in the air right now, which is what I really want to do.
John, this is the third year you and I have done broadcasts, and so far, I think you and I have managed to not use a single profanity outside of something that would be included in a PG movie on air, and that's amazing, actually.
Well, it's actually a surprise coming from our backgrounds, Kippenberg.
I know.
Basically.
I know.
We pretty much grew up on the streets because of our parents.
That's right, yes.
Grew up on the streets.
The rough streets of Derby, Kansas.
And West Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah. A couple of hybrids of hardcore living.
Yeah, thrown into the rough world of the United States Marine Corps, forced in, basically because of our criminal records.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really have anything else I could do at the time, and they needed bodies. So.
Absolutely. I was in, first Gulf War kind of era kind of thing, Saddam Hussein, attacked Kuwait, that whole thing.
Oh, now here comes the coach. Oh, did he reach in his pocket, John? I couldn't tell.
No, he didn't.
No, okay.
No, he felt pity on Richard Osterloh there.
Joplin, just like that, it evaporates. Now, here come the Toulouse and Osterloh show again. Toulouse gets held briefly and loses his step. Uh-oh.
This is huge trouble. And well
and
done
the
by
keeper.
the keeper.
Yep, wisely just boots it out of bounds for the throw in. And Toulouse.
And you know what's awesome is, Kippy, is you know who our goalkeeper is, Mark Weir?
I know who Mark is.
I'm chatting live with Mark Weir's dad in Scotland.
Oh,
Brian
very
Weir.
nice.
Isn't
Is
that
he
awesome?
watching?
He is watching live.
Mr.
And I
Weir,
just gave him a shout out. He asked for a shout out.
it is.
And so I'm giving him a shout out right
It's
now.
incredibly good to see you again. And go ahead and have that room ready for November.
For Edinburgh.
Yes, for Edinburgh. Oh, there, Johnny. Look, now we can say hi in person once the action clears away.
Mr. Weir,
Mr.
pleasure
Weir,
to see you.
It's great to
We'll
see
be
you
in
as
Scotland
always.
soon.
We'll see you in Edinburgh in November. So John Joplin trying, but not. Joplin so far in this game, John. Well, that's a mistake on FC Wichita's part that almost set something up nice.
Yeah, Luke Hitchman really not a great touch there. And I tell you what, Joplin player would have been better served to stay on his feet. Goes down easily. Referee having none of that. And certainly should have pointed to the spot on something like that, especially when Max Toulouse gets tackled inside the 18 and he does nothing.
when he's one-on-one with the keeper.
Right. Unfortunate there, touch by Richard Osterloh looking for.
I didn't see the number. Hold on. Was that
Number-
Giro? Number 11?
Number 11 looking
All right.
for Giro over there. And a little bit too much touch on the play, goes out of bounds. Want to thank a couple more of our sponsors, Kippy. Want to thank Service Body Shop. out of
Service Body
Wichita.
Shop.
They're great. Callcap, callcap.com. Wheat State Insurance Group, also one of our great sponsors. this
Sorry to
season.
interrupt you, but here comes Toulouse, and he's got a little bit of room. Sits it forward to Lemons. Oh, blue jersey. Sticks a foot on it and pokes it back out into the corner. Johnny, sorry to interrupt you. We had a little build-up there. Still have one. Here comes Toulouse. Good heads-up play. Sends it back. Oh, man!
Ochoa leaning
Ochoa
Get
just
your knee over the ball, son.
too far underneath of it. And you know he's going to wish he could have that one back.
Man, get your knee over the ball, son. Come on now. You know better than that. And he's still shaking his head.
He is. He knows it. He knows it. He
Yes.
wishes he could have it back. John, sorry to interrupt you.
No,
You
that's
were
fine.
thanking Wheat State Insurance Group for their sponsorship.
Also, we want to thank Visit Wichita, Wichita.com, Wichita Tourism for their great sponsorship this season. The other big sponsors that we want to thank, Kippy, are our food sponsors this season.
Yep,
You know,
they feed the boys.
feeding these guys no easy task. You know, feeding a
A
group
bunch
of
of growing, calorie-burning.
30 players this season. You know, feeding them nonstop. You know, Carrabba's, Fazoli's Italian Restaurant, Firehouse Subs, serving the boys food as well. Chick-fil-A out on 21st Street fed the club this season as well. And so we really appreciate, again, all the sponsorships, especially those.
Yeah, you know, John, and these guys, they can eat some calories, buddy.
No doubt
And
about
it is not in the same manner in which you and I do it for the pure gluttonous joy of it.
No, Carrabba is also one of our big food sponsors this season. Also, we want to thank Fleet Feet Running Store. You know, the Fleet Feet Running Store is a running shoes and apparel sponsor for the club this season.
Contreras trying to set something up. Oh, Toulouse. Yeah, John, and you keep seeing the pressure. Oh, baby! You saw Carlos Contreras.
Max Toulouse.
No, but Contreras closing in
Yes.
on the shot, and man, he just couldn't get there in time, but that would have been a sure goal.
Great
Now,
play-in by Alex Morgan. Plays the ball out to Max Toulouse, who's nice bit of footwork, nice bit of skill over there inside the 18, just wide.
got a couple of subs coming on. They're going to send Weir to rest for the rest of the game.
And
Steve
Steven,
Hammerski,
the
the hammer.
Hammerski coming in.
Richard Osterloh.
And I tell you what,
He'll take a seat for the rest of the match. Played well. Nick Kramer, big Nick Kramer, comes in. John Weir. Oh, good play by Chris Lemons. So close. The pressure has been great so far this game from FC Wichita. John, as we were just mentioning a second ago, FC Wichita making a couple of substitutions. One of them, Mark Weir, played a fantastic game so far. Well,
there's a
his
zero
part of the
up
game is
over. If we look over at that guest over the scoreboard where it says guest 0.
Yep.
Huge part of that Mark Weir. Actually,
Yeah.
Well, Nick Kramer coming in and already causing trouble over there. Just a little bit offside. Number 13, Nick Kramer. Nick Kramer is one of our homegrown players.
He is, yes.
Actually, the first FC Wichita player signed in our history. Played club ball here in Wichita High School at Wichita Northwest, my alma mater, under the infamous Coach Bobby Bribieska. Coach B. And now he plays his college ball, Division I UMKC, up in Kansas City, Missouri.
Alex Morgan chases down the loose ball, and he'll contest Joplin. Look at Alex in there fighting for it.
And Alex gets fouled in the meantime.
Yep. You can hear the chants of Rudy for Mr. Morgan. Well, John, 3-0 lead, 78th minute.
Look at this run.
And here we go again.
Are you kidding me?
Well, I guess now it's okay. You just shove him from behind out in front of the ball.
Well, I tell you what a run from Giro.
Giro.
Good gravy. Gee whizza.
That's the Grandma Freedom.
Grandma Freedom didn't speak great English. But when she got PO'd, boy, you knew it because she said,
Gee whizza.
Gee whizza.
How many times did you say that in reference to something you did, John?
About every time.
Gee whizza.
Grew up living with me.
That John.
When Grandpa Freedom passed into the great oblivion, when he went into the light, yeah, Grandma Freedom came and lived with us. Good times. Great cook. Wonderful woman. All 4'11" of her.
Well, FC Wichita will be called for the foul. You can hear the crowd unhappy with that call, Johnny.
Well, there hasn't been a single call called. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but maybe I haven't been paying attention, which is completely possible. Haven't seen a lot of calls on Joplin. Are you telling me they haven't fouled anybody? Has it just been us fouling people? Because I find that hard to believe. Because I just watched a foul on Max Toulouse inside the 18. That was a goal-scoring opportunity.
Yeah, it was
in
just
which the
shoved
referee
out.
should have pointed to the spot.
But it was a goal kick.
But neither here nor there. FC Wichita leading. I think we're just in the waning moments at the 79th minute. FC Wichita up 3-0 over Joplin.
The waning moments. I like that. That's very poetic from you.
I've been using it.
You always surprise me.
Since you've been gone, I've been using it. I've increased my vocabulary. Can I increase my vocabulary with some sponsors?
By God, you can.
Why Joplin's got the ball, we want to thank WSU Heskett Center, Gym and Fitness Center for the team on WSU main campus. GF Photography, 101 North Ash Avenue in Valley Center. Sprinkling Laundromat takes care of all the team laundry, 345 West 29th Street. Bowers Natural Wellness, Dr. Kyson Frank, the
Soccer
doctor, taking care of the chiropractic needs of our team. Thank you very much. AYSO Region 208 Outdoor Fields Practice Facility for FC Wichita and Youth Leagues. Also want to thank our boys Firefighter Union Local 135, the Hose Draggers. Appreciate them very much for serving our community. Also MCT Trailer Sales. Tonight's halftime was brought to you by MCT Trailer Sales, experts for quality, new and used trailers, easy to find on West Kellogg, just east of Maze Road. Stop by and see them for your next trailer. Parts, sales, and service, and trailer customization. Gippy, check out their website at mcttrailersales.com or like them on Facebook to keep up to date on special sales and pricing. Thank you, MCT Trailer Sales. Your substitution. Hopefully this player is okay.
Looks like a cramp.
Would never want any ill will for any players now, would we, Kippy?
No. I mean, Johnny, we're not Tulsa fans.
Absolutely not. We don't throw things at players and whatnot. Never have done that. Hey, after the game, Kippy, you know where everybody can go, Kippy, right?
Yeah, Sporting Casey's, the soccer hotspot in Wichita, Kansas. It is the away game watch spot and after home game party spot. 1110 West Harry. Basically at the corner, John, the northwest corner of Harry and Seneca. Get out there to Sporting Casey's. Guys usually show up after the game, get fed. You're
All
usually
the players
there.
are there. I'm there, which is most important. But also the players will be there. The coaches are usually
Yep.
there.
You should go get over there. Get over to Sporting Casey's and try on the Freedom glasses.
Absolutely. I will have the Freedom glasses there. We'll take selfies with you.
Yep.
Everything you want. And absolutely free to wear the Freedom glasses. Delicious drinks.
Free.
delicious
It doesn't cost
food.
money. We'll say that much.
No, delicious food, delicious drinks, and a very good-looking staff over there. There's a couple
Yes.
of hotties over there, Kippy.
I know.
Some
I know.
very handsome guys over there as well.
Yeah.
There
That's
was
why
a
I
super
attend.
handsome guy that used to work over there, but he stopped working over there. I don't know why. He's hugely
Interesting.
muscular, kind of short, built a bit like a fire hydrant. Plugged, huge beard. He was handsome, really nice fella. Anyway, hey, one of the people that we forgot to thank, MJ Productions.
Oh,
MJ
Mikey.
Productions,
Mike
Mike Zarich.
Zarich. He's here with us every game, buddy.
For sure.
Going on 3 seasons now, we've got to sit here with Mikey. John, in the meantime, is feeding the cameraman. Johnny is feeding the cameraman a hot dog. Now he's going to help him again with it. Well, back to the play on the field. FC Wichita's going to have stepped out of bounds. Goal kick coming back for Joplin. Johnny, we are in the 85th minute.
Yes.
Got a couple of lights out on the scoreboard, but I'm pretty sure that's an 8.
I
Since it
believe it.
wouldn't be a 95th minute, unless we're in a lot of stoppage.
No, Kippy. I think you're
See,
right.
look at that. I'm learning.
Mm-hmm.
Learning.
And it's all Phil Ross passing
It
us,
is.
the infamous Phil Ross.
And you got to love Hippie Phil. He's a
Love
great
that.
dude.
Good dude.
He's a great dude. He's a lot of fun. Does some T-shirt printing for me.
T-shirt printing,
Yep.
record company, record store in town.
Yep, has a fantastic collection of Beatles records that I really want to buy.
Yep. Goddard High School alumni.
And
musician.
like a walking soccer encyclopedia.
Absolutely season ticket holder, has been a season ticket holder for FC Wichita since its inception.
Yep.
Huge soccer fan, great supporter of the game.
And just an all-around good guy.
Really is.
So FC Wichita still fighting for it, folks. Apologize for the glitch where we have again lost the scoreboard, or not the scoreboard, but the game clock. 86th minute, just about to expire. The shot from Joplin sails well high. Steve, the Hammerski, sends it back forward. So just everybody kind of waiting to see what the other side does, John. Not a whole lot of possession here in the last couple of minutes by either team.
No,
Sorry, I
no,
didn't mean to say that to you when you had your mouth full of hot dog.
no big deal. You got to take advantage of the $1 hot dogs when the announcer
Yes.
announces that hot dogs are now $1. Johnny Freedom runs down there and just loves gobbling up hot dogs. I gobble them down like eggs and steak. There's nothing like it on the planet.
It's pretty hard to beat a hot dog.
Love a wiener in my mouth. Delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Well, it's Football Wichita Live for you, everybody. Josh Kippenberger, Johnny Freedom. That's just the way we do it.
87th minute.
Yep. Chris
I've been
Lemons.
saying the waning moments of the 87th minute.
The waning moments of the 87th minute have now expired.
Mm-hmm.
Lemons puts it in deep, great header. Wow.
Who was that on the back post?
Wow. Kevin Tenike, where he
Of course
is
it was.
all the time, ready to put that big head of his on the ball and send it in the back of the net.
That's the wonderful thing about Kevin Tenike, man. He's always there defensively, always there offensively, just all over the pitch. That's why he's a starting 11 player in the NPSL. First team.
Well, how?
I mean,
I don't even know what to say.
I don't know. There's nothing really to say there. I mean, he's basically Nick Kramer tackled on the field there. And
it's a throw-in.
Right, it's
for
on Joplin.
For Joplin. I mean, you couldn't even comment on it. You just start snickering. It's so absurd.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just took a drink of my beer and just play on. Play on, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
I have nothing to say about the officiating crew this evening. They're not fantastic.
Good play by Contreras. Centered.
And read the entire way by the keeper there from Joplin. Great save by his party. Been fantastic.
Well, Johnny, I think it's safe to say FC Wichita is going to come away with the win. Clean sheet as well.
Well,
We got 30 seconds left. I know it's not completely over, but you know what? I'm going to call it. I'm just going to call it. I'm going to say it's a clean sheet. And I'll use my words if I have to. It will be the first time.
Needless to say, FC Wichita getting the first half of this match, head-to-head with Joplin. First part of this head-to-head being played here in Wichita at Stryker Soccer Complex. FC Wichita going to come away here, no doubt. They're going to come away here with the 3 points, the win that we need.
In a dominant performance.
Absolutely. And tomorrow, all eyes need to be on the Dutch Lions. The Dutch Lions at home against Shreveport. I'm not a huge Shreveport fan, but I'm rooting for Shreveport tomorrow to at least draw with the Dutch Lions. They draw with the Dutch Lions, and FC Wichita gets the win in Joplin on Sunday, and FC Wichita is that number 2 seed. Get a bye, which is what we want. One last game the boys have to play.
Well, John, I think it's almost time for your waning moments comment. I don't know exactly how much time has to be left for it to be waning, but...
Well, I would say right now, if there's 15 seconds or less, it's the waning moments of the 90th minute.
I don't understand this officiating. So we're in stoppage. The hammer will pick it up. I would not expect there to be much stoppage time. I didn't see.
No, there hasn't been a lot.
There was none in the first half.
Really, and frankly, it's not a situation where it's 1-0, FC Wichita's up, and it's not a situation where we're adding any additional time. And I know that's not part of the decision by the referee, but it's not a situation where, Joplin, the head coach, Joplin's going to really have anything to cry about. It's not like Joplin's going to come back here in stoppage time and win or even draw this game.
Nope. FC Wichita just maintaining possession right now. Fighting the corner. Somehow still held in bounds. Trip from behind.
I tell you, what a hustle.
Yeah.
What a kid from Alex Morgan. My hat's off to you, son. You got fouled there over on the end line. You got murdered over there in the corner. Kept the ball, won the ball. All the referee can do is give a goal kick. Well done, sir. Classic, well done.
So, Johnny, next game coming up on the road. Sunday?
Yeah, it's going to be Sunday against Joplin. At Joplin, your boys in red will be facing Joplin on their home pitch, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time.
And where can everyone here in Wichita put their eyes on that game if they can't make the road trip? Toulouse fires!
Oh, baby!
Toulouse
Toulouse doing everything except putting the ball in the back of the net.
There's the
And
final
the referee
whistle,
is going to blow
Johnny.
the whistle. I tell you what they can do is we will tweet out We will have the opportunity for people to watch this away Joplin game at Sporting
That's
KC
right, the
Soccer
official-
Pub and Grill
The-
at Harry and Seneca here in Wichita.
Well, buddy,
If you want to watch that game, you need to go over there and watch it from there. And you should be over there because you can see FC Wichita
well, and get over there.
potentially clinch that second seed.
Yep, get over there tonight, here shortly, and join everybody for the after-game party.
Yeah, get over there right now.
Yeah, get over there now. Start priming the pumps.
Absolutely, get over there. There's good-looking people. There's all kinds. Lindsay's over there. She's beautiful. There's all kinds of beautiful women over there serving alcohol and food. There's good-looking people over there. Yeah, I mean, you can't afford not to go over to Sporting
No,
KC's
God, no.
right now.
Well,
You just
listen,
can't.
FC Wichita 3-0 win over the Joplin Demise. I want to say thank you once again to MJ Productions and Mike Zarich. Gotta love him.
Fantastic as
Here
usual.
with us.
Thank you to Nick Rhodes on the
Yep.
camera tonight.
Yep, thanks,
Did
Nick.
Did a fantastic job. If Nick would look over here, we could just take a whole crew photo right there, and we just did.
And we got it. Well, listen, everybody, have a great evening from Stryker Soccer Complex. I'm Josh Kippenberger, calling the game with me, as always, the Johnny Freedom. Have a great evening. We'll see everybody again here on Sunday.